Hi guys, it's Music Beauty Life here with a fun summery look for you. I'm doing a really bright blue eye that just has a little bit of a doll effect and some nude colors on the lips and cheeks. If you're interested in seeing this video, I hope you'll keep watching. To start, I already have my base on, and actually what I've done today, which is a little bit different, which I'm going to be doing a tutorial on, I think, if you guys are interested, is I've concealed with the Revlon Color Stay instead of using actual concealer. Just because if I put a full coat of foundation on my face with this heat, it doesn't actually stick. Even with primers and all sorts of things, it sort of melts away as the day progresses. So what I've tried doing is concealing those areas where I do have some scarring from blemishes, and I've basically used that, and I've also used other concealers for under my eye area. I used the Smashbox HD. So that is my basic face care right at the moment, and then I have also contoured, and I've used my Bourjois, my very, very favorite bronzer, the chocolate bronzer, on my cheekbones. And other than that, that's all I have done other than my eyebrows. But I do also have my eyeshadow primer already on. And for today's look, I'm going to be using a lot of drugstore makeup, and one of the items I'm going to be using is this, which is the Celebration of Strength Wear Infinite L'Oreal Quad, and it has this pretty little hope thing going on there. So next I'm just taking a shadow brush, and I'm going to start by using the Frosty White in this palette. And I'm just going to pat it under the brow bone. And then I'm also going to take it, oops, I just washed my brushes, so I have a little bit of fallout here. And then I'm just going to take it into the corner of the eye. You can do this with a smaller brush if you like. I actually like the very defined shape that this brush gives, though. This is a Coastal Scents brush. And now I'm just going to slowly blend in the white shadow. Next, I'm going to take basically the little sister of that same brush from Coastal Scents, and I'm going to take this aqua color, the lightest of the blue shades in this palette. And you want to get quite a good amount onto your brush, and you just want to tap this into your lid. Now as you're tapping it, you want to make sure to just kind of blend the line between the white shadow and the aqua shadow quite seamlessly, and these shadows blend really beautifully. Now the next step is applying the darker of the blue shades, and I absolutely adore this dark green shade here. It really is a true peacock blue, and I just love that color so much. So I'm taking my C433, the Pro Fluff blending brush, and I actually love this brush so much. It's a lot like the MAC, it's not 217. It might be the 217. Anyway, you want to take that and apply it right here to the crease with the Pro Flint. And I can't talk. You're going to take the color and apply it to the crease with the Pro Fluff blending brush, or just with any dome-shaped brush that you have, or any sort of blending brush that you like using. And you can see that I'm kind of working it into the corner as well. You definitely want to do that. So you want to give this look a very sculpted look. Now just to soften the very outer edge of this, I'm just going to take my Sephora double-ended blending brush that you see me using a lot, and I'm just going to soften the very outer edge of the line. I don't want to lose any of the color pop, so just try to blend only the outer edge of the line. Next I'm going to go into that silvery gray shade with this is a C139, the stiff tapered crease. And I'm just going to add that only to the very outer edge of the eye to just kind of smoke out the look a little bit and give it a little bit more texture and depth. So you can see I'm only adding this silvery color to the corner. So there's the basic eyeshadow look so far. Now, this makeup is meant to be able to be done in a very short amount of time. So what I'm actually going to do next is just take a little bit of black eyeliner, and I'm just going to gently smudge it along the lash line. Try to do this so that you can see it as well. And this is just to thicken up your lashes, not to give like a full line, but you do want to get the corner slightly more angled shape. Then of course get all the way into the eye. And then you're just going to take a smudger brush and slowly and gently just kind of blend this line. You can see that I'm pulling it quite far in to angle my eye and almost make it look larger. It opens up the eye shape quite a bit. And you definitely don't have to do this with a black pencil. You could most certainly do this with a charcoal gray pencil as well, or just blue even if you really wanted to. Alright, so now we just want to make sure that we're getting a soft wing here. You do that by blending. You can add a little bit more color if you want to, but I want it quite soft. So I'm going to leave it like that, but I am going to go over it with just a touch of the silver. And I'm not going to do that in the front half of the eye, just in the corner half like that. And the next step in this look is taking the Sephora Flashy Liner, and this is in waterproof, and this is in the color Flashy Blue. It is a really super vibrant blue. Can't tell if that's focused. There we go. And we're just going to take that along the corner of the eye, only the outside corner. And once again, this is a very, very, very bright blue. Keep that in mind. Just going to pop that right in the corner of the eye. And only the outer corner here. And then, oops, putting on the lid backwards. And then I'm just going to go back in with my Sephora liner. I'm sorry, with my Avon Super Shock Gel Liner. And I'm just going to line the waterline. And I do this because my eyes are quite rounded, and I like for them to look a little bit more elongated and thinner and slimmer. So if you have naturally slim or just smaller eyes, you can totally skip this step. And I'm doing the upper waterline as well, or the tight line. And now you can take a clean pencil brush or any brush or even just your finger and just sort of work that color into that corner area just a little bit, because you want it to be a very bright flash, but you do want it to be slightly blended. Now, if you don't have the Sephora Flashy Liner, you could certainly just use the Peacock shade from the palette, just with a little bit of a liner brush, or even with your smudger brush, you can clean it off and apply it there, and it will still look really, really beautiful, but you can see that this is a much brighter blue, and so it's really giving a sort of doll-like appearance. So now I'm just going to curl my lashes. This is my Shu Uemura eyelash curler. And of course you want to make sure to get your bottom lashes, because half of your bottom lashes here will have that very bright blue color on them. Next I'm taking my Rimmel lip liner in Addiction, and I'm just going to gently line the lips. I like this liner a lot because of the shape of the liner. It's got this really nice flat tip, which makes it really nice and easy to cheat the lines and give your lips a nice full pout. And then I'm just popping, oops, dropped it. Close up of my face. Then I'm just topping it with this Maybelline color, which I've been loving. It was in my June favorites, actually. It's the Sparkling Sand color. And I love it because it's this super, it looks like it's like almost white, but it actually gives me that perfect nude color where it's very muted out, but it's still very beachy and summery and sort of sheer, so you get like a really nice color. And do you know what it reminds me of a little bit? Reminds me a little bit of MAC's Beige Land. Just, it has a similar effect, except this is slightly more glossy than Beige Land. And then if you wanted to top it off with a little bit of gloss, I would say that the perfect gloss, sorry, I'm reaching blindly. The perfect gloss to go over this would be NARS Greek Holiday. This is basically the final look. You could apply a little bit of highlighter at this point if you wanted to, which I will go ahead and do just to show you what the look would look like with a little bit of highlighter. And I'm just going to use the e.l.f. What is this called? The Shimmer Palette. And I'm just going to take this nude color right here. And I'm just going to pop it on my stiff tapered fiber brush here, duo fiber brush. And just hit the tops of my cheekbones with it. So this is the final look, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and you found it helpful. And I actually hope you try this look. If you do, be sure to tag a video of yourself or video comment to this so that I can see the look that you've tried. I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.